What's up, guys? It's Philip from Baby Giant Barbell here, and I want to talk to you briefly about my adjustable dumbbells, the BAADASS adjustable dumbbells. Like a lot of you, when I was locked out of gyms last year, I started piecing together a home gym and getting equipment that would help me still train the way I wanted to. And one of those pieces was dumbbells. Now, I knew I wanted adjustable dumbbells just because they save space and they're a little bit more economical. But there are a lot of different types of adjustable dumbbells that suit different needs, that have different strengths and weaknesses. And so based on how I train and the strengths and weaknesses that best correlate with me, I went with a spin lock type dumbbell. Now, Pepin, Ironmaster, and BAADASS all kind of have a similar concept in how their dumbbells work, but I personally went with BAADASS dumbbells for a couple of reasons that I'll cover soon. These dumbbells are actually made in Canada by a guy named Steve Prescott, and the way they work is they are a spin lock dumbbell. The handle is 5 pounds, each screw is 2.5 pounds, and then they come with weight increments of 12.5, 10, 5, 2.5, and 1.25. So you can go up in increments of 2.5 pounds, and you can use any standard plates that you want to. They'll all work with this system. So the way they work is you just put your plate on, you thread the screw into the handle, rinse and repeat. And you have a pro style dumbbell. So right now, according to my latest research, a pair of these 5 to 50 pounds each dumbbell for a set of 2 will run you about $550 US. That's not including shipping and tax. But you can also get even up to 225 pounds per dumbbell with the 5 to 172.5 pound pair of dumbbells, running you about $1,040 US without tax and shipping. So I want to go over some pros and cons of these dumbbells. I guess starting with the pros. These things are solid. They are not going to break. They're going to last you forever. Okay? You can throw them on the ground. You can be rough with them. They will be fine. You can feel it when you pick it up. It just feels heavier than a normal dumbbell. They are incredibly solid, and they're safe. Their screws go way into the handle, so it's locked in there. It's not like an Ironmaster where only the last little bit is threaded and it'll get shaky. These are going to be solid. You don't have to worry about if you're doing an overhead tricep extension, if you're doing shoulder press, anything like that. These are going to be okay. You're not going to hurt yourself. Probably the biggest pro for these is they can go incredibly heavy. Like I said earlier, Steve sells sets up to 225 pounds each. And they, just so you know, come with different size screws for the different weights. So it's going to be safe up to heavier weights. And these things are pretty heavy duty. So if you're somebody who really likes to lift heavy, likes to do a lot of heavy dumbbell presses, a lot of heavy rows, just really real strength movements, then these are going to be for you. They're going to last forever. You might have to touch them up a little bit, but they're gonna do you very well. Now, on to some cons. These are not the most refined product that you are gonna get. If you look at Ironmasters, they are regular dumbbells once they're loaded, and they're very, very refined. These are not quite the same. This is a 2nd gen plate. It has the weight painted onto it. Now, I would like to see that engraved, that would be a lot better. And then Gen 1 actually only had a laminated sticker, which I went ahead and paint pinned the weights for when that ends up scratching off. You can even see the soot on my hands from just grabbing. That's probably the biggest con. Obviously, they are not very fast to change. It's going to take you a while. You're not going to be able to drop set very much with these. So really, if you're into more bodybuilding type movements, these are probably not the best for you. If you train with somebody, these are probably not the best for you. So just keep that in mind. And I would say the third con, which probably could be a positive and a negative, is the actual handle is longer than a normal dumbbell handle, which makes these a little bit less stable. It makes them actually harder when you're doing weights that you typically would do that are heavy. It's going to be even heavier with these because there's a stability aspect that you don't get with a normal dumbbell when you're using these. But it's also not the most refined. It has this big disc where the weights go, and it's just not overall the prettiest thing you've ever seen. It also has paint that is starting to come off. So if they fixed the handle, made it a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, the actual handle, and just refined it with the weights, I think that would add a lot of value actually to the person buying these dumbbells. So those are my main pros and cons. If you have any more questions about them, if you want to know any specifics, just comment, and I'll do my best to get that figured out for you. But I hope you found this helpful, and just